Now, I want you to know something. This is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. 1,000 years is like a day to the Lord. Well, they go to this wedding, and they run out of wine. And you know, let's stop for a minute and think about what it takes to create wine. You got to plant the seed, water it, and then when the harvest, you got to pick the grapes, you got to put it in a vessel, and sometimes have to wait 15 years for it to be perfect wine. But I want you to know that Jesus is showing us something here, that when we're looking at a situation that seems to be impossible, or even planning to buy a home and we don't know how we're going to buy it, and we calculate how many years it's going to take, I want to tell you that when you got faith, you turn on that eternal power and you come out of time. So I want you to do this. Stop looking and thinking about how much time it's going to take you to do something, and think that God already has created everything that you need. And if you got enough faith, you can touch eternity and turn your water into wine. Now, I want somebody to really let that get down in the heart, because it's so important for you to understand that God speeds up the hand of time when it's necessary. So if you need a miracle right now, I can remember needing $40,000, $50,000 back in the days when I was in business, and I would just write it down, just believe it, and even though I couldn't see it, I just operated on a day-to-day basis, and I'm telling you that God took time out of it and eternal released what I had asked for in abundance, even more than I could ever think or even think about. I had a young person come to me one time, and they said that, hey, Pastor, I need you to pray for him. Matter of fact, I'm going to put my daughter on blast. It was my youngest daughter. She said, Dad, I need to pray because we need to get I need something to happen really quick. And I said, well, you know, we're going to pray and believe God for a miracle. She told me that she didn't have time for no miracle. So she ran off and did what she had to do, and it didn't work. And when she came back and we prayed, I'm telling you that her water turned into wine, got everything that she needed. Matter of fact, it was more than what she asked for, 2 or 3 times more. This is the God that we serve now. I'm saying this to you, that if you got something that you're looking at right now and you can't see how you're going to work it out, or you want to buy a home, or maybe looking for a husband and you're thinking, I'm not going to get a husband. Well, I want you to think that way, because God can speed the hand of time up and bring you the right husband. If you don't understand that, you just go get your man and say you got a husband and really won't have what God gave you. I need you to be patient and understand that God can take a day and turn it into 1,000 years. 1,000 years is like a day to the Lord. So he is timeless. That's how we learn how to operate in the eternity. And the only way we can tap into the eternity is we have to have enough faith in eternity to release everything that we need right at that moment. I'm telling you, how many people out there right now need a miracle? I need you to do this. We're going to start operating on a day-to-day basis in the miracles. I need you to stop looking at what you see, feel, or think. I need you to look at what the word says and believe it, trust it, and then step out. I promise you, every time it looks like you're going to fall, he's going to create a staircase for you to step on to get to your destiny. He wants to take you places that you never dreamed you could go. But it's just like that scripture said. Now, he can do exceedingly and abundantly more than you could ever ask or think, but the power is in you when you believe. I tell you, isn't that awesome to just think that we could believe something, not have to labor overtime, not have to stay up all night, not have to figure out how it's going to happen when we learn how to operate in that eternity. And let me tell you something. Space has tried to go into that eternity when they go to different places, different planets all over the world, all over the universe. But this eternity that we go to is beyond space. It's beyond anything that a rocket or a spaceship can go to. And the only way we can go to it is when we have faith. We go right into that dimension of eternity. And guess what God does? He releases those blessings right here, right now. So I want to tell you this. You need to be walking around victorious in everything that you do. Stop looking at what you see, feel, or think. Satan's using those things to make sure that he can get you to say what you see and you'll have what you say. Get excited, because God is going to show you how his eternal power works when you have enough faith, and then how you can get blocked if you keep looking at what you see, feel, or think.